What's up, what's up? We're back. Another episode of BlokeChat. Today we've got a special guest, Emmanuel.
Yeah, what's up guys? Not to say a lot about me, I'm just from the west side. I'm here with my boys, just running on the episode and then what's going on. That's about it.
Alright, so today's episode, I don't know, I was going with this to be honest.
Icy potential. Icy potential, yeah. 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 Icy potential. First time I looked at
on today's episode, guys, there's just been a lot of speculations and a lot of topics that you guys kind of informed us to talk about, and that's a lot around the African youth gangs and just how the media is portraying it very wrong. So today we're just going to discuss that about it. So yeah, who wants to start us off?
I guess we'll start with the first question then.
Yeah.
Do we actually have an African youth gang crime problem here in Melbourne? That's the first question. Do we accept that there's a problem first of all, or what we think?
This is my perspective and my opinion as well. So with the whole situation that's happening, there is a problem, and definitely we can't ignore that there's issues happening, because of all those issues that's happening at the moment, that's not who South Sudanese people are, or even the African people that are doing it. So we have to look at that and not always try to say, oh, the media is playing this and that, because of course they need something to play off. So if we're able to attack the issues that are happening, then we can go from there, and the media has nothing to play with.
It can be both ways. I mean, we can be both blamed for what our actions, but also the media, because they're also on our backs. So I guess every little thing we do is just like, oh, look at them, they're just doing it right now. So it's kind of like we both gotta be careful, because it's just gonna go both ways,
Would you say that it's a gang problem as such as the media wants to portray, or would you say it's just an African youth crime problem? So yeah, let's distinguish.
And that's the thing, because even the Victorian police have admitted that it's not a gang, because there's no colours, no name that they're running under. Because now it's not just only Apex. Because remember how they used to just ride Apex?
It's so hard, right, that shit at the sunset,
crazy, any little thing. Like a black kid, kicking a rock and breaking the window. It's Apex. Like legit, it was 6 years old. No matter what age, if you're South Sudanese, bro. If you're African, you're a gang member. But it's not like that. Like we're saying, there's a lot of problems that's happening with a lot of our youth, right? But we won't say it's a gang. That's probably not the best way to put it. But there is definitely an issue that we have to address, and we can move forward from that.
I don't think you can move forward without even identifying what the issue is. To look even a bit deeper into it, what is the issue and how and why is it an issue, right? Let's forget the media, right? The media will be on our backs, whatever. It is what it is, right? But I'm saying now let's find out what this issue is and why is it there, right? Because right now we're surrounded by opportunities, right? Man, we're living good out here. Education, everything is good, right? Yeah, like honestly, everything is around here, man. Good people, good places, jobs, everything you can just get like this if you just work hard, right? So if that's there, why is this issue over here? Why do you feel the need to go rob something? Why is there the need to go steal a car when you can work harder and even get a better car than that?
I feel like, honestly, it's going to be hard to try and understand why. That's what I've given up on trying to understand. I've come to see that it's so multifaceted that you can't even put your finger on why people choose to do the things that they're doing. That it's just the fact that it's happening now. So how do we progress from this? I can't even, we've tried to figure out why, but I don't think that's even the question that we can even try to figure out. There's an issue. It's how do we resolve this now is the thing.
Obviously I was thinking about the why, you know what I mean? Because I do some community work, and these are stuff that we try to tackle. And we're trying to figure out what influences this youth to go ahead and do something like that.
Yeah, what motives?
Yeah. So I don't know, is there something they watch? Is there music? What is it? Because it comes from somewhere. What they see influence them, and again, we gotta remember that it's a young age, right? Which is
if movies, we all would have been doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With movies, I think it's there for everyone. Everyone has the same view. But the thing is, why are they doing it? Why not everyone else?
Yeah, but you understand.
So the thing is, that's what I was thinking. Because the reason why they're doing it and the other people aren't, because they're not as close to their parents as the other people are, kind of thing.
So now we're putting it back on the parents thing now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
at. But then again, you gotta understand that every family is completely different with
I understand that.
their own way of raising the kids.
Yeah.
but it's not always gonna come back to the parents' fault. It's not. It's not.
I know.
It's gonna come back to the group that you're surrounding yourself with, because their actions influences your actions as well. So most of the time, you're thinking, you know, you're doing what seems to be cool, you know, which is just kind of like really portraying the rest of the African community on the media, which it really isn't. Yeah.
I know what you mean, but what I'm saying is, like the thing is, sometimes the absence of the parents could lead them to hang out with the wrong people because the parents didn't show them like who the right people are. Because you know when your parents are always home, they'll be like, when they see the people coming in, they're like, oh, that's not a good friend kind of thing.
No, hey, come on, bro. It's in our human nature to know what's right.
Yeah, man. But with these kids, it doesn't look like that.
I feel like that's a bad excuse to use.
Yeah.
It's a cop-out kind of thing. Because
but think about it.
I understand.
It is a factor.
But the thing is, I'm not saying it is that reason. It could be one of the reasons why that happens.
I always tell a lot of people, we're slowly becoming like African Americans, because African Americans, they've actually forgotten their roots and everything. Now they're in a new land, they have their own traditional cultures, all that type of stuff that they've formed with where they are now. So similar things happening to us Africans here. A lot of us are actually forgetting our languages, forgetting all of this and that and that. And then now we're just formulating into becoming something that's not us. That's why a lot of the actions is out of character. Because we all know how Africans are, right? We always care about each other, we always love each other, no one else has to harm to others.
It's so out of character to see this happening in Africans, because it's from our upbringing. Like, look at all of us for one example. This is us, and I'm sure there's 1,000 other groups of us like this. This is what the general norm is for African people to be like, you know, just we have a respectful nature in our culture. So for this to be happening, it's so out of character. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard to try and pinpoint exactly what is going on. It's so multifaceted. I can't even you can't. Wrap your head around why.
That's just how it is, you know what I mean? And just to add with your point, like you're right, you know what I mean? We're trying to become like them, you know what I mean? And when I thought about it, I was like, damn, there's actually no reason for that, because over there, when they have a gang and when they go out there on the street or whatever, they got a reason to do that. Do you feel? I mean, it's survival of the fittest out there, you know? I mean, sometimes you gotta ride and die for your family. Over here, they act like they gotta do that. Nah, bro. Like, bro, you got food at home waiting for you, man. Like, what do you? So what you trying to go out there for, bro? You live in a beautiful home, you got everything, bro. And then the next day, you know, they got school, but them niggas, nah. They're still trying to roll on the streets. Nah, man, like.
And the thing is, like, fair enough, in America, you can see the education systems that they have. Compared to this, there's not that much investment that you're seeing. Why would you choose knowingly and willingly to go an alternate route when here we have it so much better? Like,
way better.
Bro, niggas are dead ass going out to rob and then come back to a double-story house. Bro.
I think, what did you say? Laziness? Did you say? Did you just mention laziness, or did I see it? Am I hearing something? Boredom, boredom, laziness, or just, you know, when you want to be, there's so many resources to get there. Like, doing that is just a cop-out, it's a lazy way, it's boredom. You know what I mean? And all these things that happen. And the thing is, it's so constant as well. Like, I remember when it first started to pop off was after Mumbai, that's when it first started to pop off, and then all of our heads were down after that, because that was a shock to all of us, and our heads were down.
We're in the city too,
do you reckon after Mumbai, it put like a big stereotype on?
That's when it hit. That's when it
hit everybody.
That's when the news got something to talk about, because it was
that one bad scene.
Yeah, I don't know why a lot of people act like they can, what's it called? Like get a criminal record now, and then when they're 30, just erase that and then go find a job. Like it's nothing. Like you just ruined your whole life.
That's what money. What's your long-term goal?
No, but this is the thing. I feel like some of them, like I'm not like.
Nah, shut up. Generalize.
Generalize. Do it.
Do
They need it, bro. They need it, man.
Nah, it's gonna be like, bro, like, cause obviously I expect to some of them, like, I don't think, number one, they don't really know the consequences like that, right? Of like, what this can actually do. Like what this means in 10 years time for them. Like, obviously for us, we know what that means, you know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for you, because if I was an employer, I'm not gonna employ someone that's got a criminal record that, you know, robbed someone or whatever, stole a car, obviously, But obviously that's not something that they thought about,
Them kids think about
they don't think about what this can do in 10 years time, bro. Otherwise they will be grinding
not
right
in
now.
5 minutes, bro.
It's like right now it's just they're in the moment for it, right?
Honestly,
it feels good, you know.
It feels good, joy,
like,
we're getting one with one, you know, driving a nice car.
That's it.
They don't think about, oh snap, there's a car behind us or this or what's gonna happen with us next.
At all.
Like, honestly, bro.
But the thing is, some of them get the thrill from a lot of that. So it's really hard to try to change someone's mindset when they're enjoying it. When it's like them with their friends, let's see it as like a weekend activity. You know what I mean? What?
You're trying to pull a lip. I wasn't doing anything anyway. I feel like that's how it be happening. By the way, I actually had this question, but do you think it's an organized thing? Like, as in, like, high up people pulling mad strings, or is it just dead as like people just doing dumb things? Because it seems
it's both.
I feel like if it was organized, it would be like better planned, if you know what I mean. Like,
but organized in the sense of they're not coming up with let's do this. It's just someone, you know what I mean?
For me, I reckon the robberies that are like jewelry stores and all those high-end ones, that's someone that's
organized.
Yeah, but the ones, I admit the ones that are like houses at night and shit, that's things just in the moment, like
How does it come in the moment?
But hey, you know these young niggas, they just think about it. They
don't care about anyone else.
Bro, at a party, the board of the party,
they never go home or no car. Fuck, it's fast. On the spot.
So I feel like a lot of us need to acknowledge how privileged we are to be here right now, because like a lot of people back home, they want to be in our position right now, and they want to achieve goals too, but then they're back at home with not that many opportunities that we have right now. Man, we could have black businesses, you know, black lawyers, black doctors, all that, man. We could really achieve all this, but then I know a lot of people can't like see the bigger picture.
The people you keep around you, honestly, like the company you keep, honestly, like, you know, it can impact you greatly. You can either, you know, help you to shine your light a little bit more or just make you good, like completely out of part.
Going out is actually feels weird now. Like the energy is not the same no more. When you go out, usually go out to have a good time. Like when you go to different events, you just feel like this negative presence always.
Because you don't know how that night's
you don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always like everything feels like it's gonna go perfect. Then towards the end, there's always like a conflict kind of thing. Like it just makes you jumpy kind of thing. Like you don't feel safe going out.
Yeah, like bro, like why does every black club have to end with a fight? You know what I mean? It's always the same people.
Honestly.
Like you know, like remember when we went to the club like 2 weeks ago?
I didn't go, bro. Hey, what is he talking about, bro?
That one time or another?
Bro, that one time was I was gonna say, like when the club was about the end, he was like, hey, you're safe. I'm about to break out. Like, it's like honest. It's like going on.
It's very automatic.
It's like
when you say that now,
bro. You're home safe, bro.
Like it's very
when you're walking out,
yeah.
people crazy like trying to jump in everywhere. Yeah, I was just gonna. Oh, before are you gonna say something?
Yeah, bro. Bro, deadass don't understand how niggas can go from this
Because you're dancing.
In every club, there's always them niggas just waiting to fight. They're down the wall. They're using the earphones.
The gloves.
Yeah, the gloves.
They got the gloves on. They just still.
Damn, bro, where'd you go?
You know, with all this going on and stuff, do you guys think we have a bad rep in Melbourne now?
Like, definitely.
Straight up.
Because man, like, and this is the thing about it, because there's only like a small percentage of people that are doing the bad, then everyone does good, bad, whatever, you're getting impacted with the same thing, right? So, obviously, because at the moment as well, like, majority of it that you see in the media is South Sudanese, but then it's affecting all other Africans as well, which I've seen as well, like, some other people from other African countries, they're even saying, hey, don't paint us with these guys because that's them, that's not us. We're meant to all be together in this.
And at the end of the day, you can't skip the fact that you're black. Regardless of what country you're from Africa.
I was just gonna
still
say,
black.
You're black, I'm black, bro. Whatever happens, we're in the same boat.
Same boat,
And I was just gonna ask you, like obviously, you know, there's a group of us out there, you know, doing the crime and everything. And like you said, it does have a negative image on us.
Yeah.
Like my question to y'all is, how does that affect your daily routine?
That's what I was just about to say something. But remember just today when I was telling you, so we've come to the conclusion that every single one of us is literally carrying Africa on our back when we're out. Because I'm right. Like this little thing, I was telling what you I was telling Liberty and Suka just today, So I was at the intersection the entrance for the freeway, and there was a free lane next to me because other people were meant to come in from like the main road, right? And I was in the BlokeChat road. So like, you know what? I ain't got time to wait. We're gonna go into that lane real quick because you're allowed to anyway. I was like, let me do that. No one else is doing it. I'm about to do it. As I was doing it, another lady in front of me had the same idea, right? So we both pull out. That's bad awkward, bro. You know, one of us has to wait. So she waited. And I was like, bet. As I pull up, I see she's a white lady too. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to make all the Africans look bad right now. The amount of times that I apologize, sorry, I almost about one time I went, hey, you know, like, bro, you just, when you walk, you feel like you're carrying everyone at work. How bad is it?
But now to go on with what Daniel was saying about them sort of, fearing us when they run into us and stuff like that. If it's this bad right now, just imagine like when it goes, deeper into this. Like, let's hope it doesn't, but when it does, if it does, God forbid it happens, but if it were to get that bad, no one does anything. Like, we can't even be asking them.
A lot of people lack certain wisdom, and that comes from a lot of understanding. Because you have wisdom, but you don't have understanding, which is kind of two different things when you think about it. Wisdom is knowing, what's going to happen. Understanding is knowing what you're going to do, and understanding what you're going to do, and understanding that it's going to affect everyone else around you. Yet you still continue to lack that certain wisdom and understanding.
I think that's fine because it's not that there's a lack of knowledge because everyone knows.
No,
everyone knows the right and wrong. It's just now how are you? That's what I'm saying. Now it's like, how are you applying this now? Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like with what you said, you need those different components in order for you to make the right decisions with every situation that you approach. Yeah. Some people only have the knowledge, and the knowledge is not good enough for you to make a decision, right? Yeah. So you need the knowledge, you need the wisdom, you need all that stuff combined together,
Now I can kind of I think after talking this, I can kind of see the why, the question why. So we just said now, it's not like everyone lacks knowledge. Everyone knows like this is bad.
Right, yeah.
Everyone knows this is good. Everyone knows. I think everyone kind of actually does know the consequences. So now it's in terms of the wisdom and the understanding that we're talking about now, right? Yeah. So I would say, as we rightly said before, it's a very thing about your social groups and things. It's a very big thing about your social groups, right? There's a lack of that wisdom amongst the whole groups to be able to, for someone to be able to speak up and tell other people in their group, yo, like
stop,
let's not do that.
Like, surely, if it's a group, surely they're not going to turn on you just to say, hey, I'm out of this. Yeah. Yo, do you? I just don't think it's the right decision. Yeah, they're not going to turn on you. You're not saying I'm going to snitch. You're not saying, no, you guys are this, you guys are this. You just say, hey, to be honest, I'm not in this. So, like, I'm wondering, is there no one like this in a lot of these circles?
Yeah, maybe there's no one like that, right? I was just gonna say, to get that wisdom, sometimes it comes like different situations, right? Like my wisdom comes from when I go Bible study, right? Or sometimes church. Yeah, like church Bible study and like with the Bible study. I feel like that's where I get that wisdom and I combine that with my knowledge, right?
Experience.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like. I feel like low-key, you have to find that source. Right, like where can I educate myself more about this, right? Because you already got the knowledge, so but where can I get more of this wisdom from? When sometimes that's why sometimes I get up early in the morning and I try to educate myself, right? If it's reading a book, you have to take your time to do those stuff. But if you just get up in the morning and you go do whatever you gotta do, and knowing your group got that type of wisdom or whatever, then honestly, that's how you're gonna lack in that area.
So going back to what Daniel was saying about how there should be someone in that squad, like speaking up and saying that this isn't good yet. So this shout out to the homie Mike Wang. Yeah, he said, what's it called? There shouldn't be any free the bros. There should be, what was it?
No.
He said there should be less free the bros and more don't do it, bro. And I completely agree with that.
So why doesn't anyone speak up?
But like in terms of that, like even with the speaking up and stuff like that, like I feel like it comes back to like our African nature of always being in a pack or having people around us, peer mentality, right? And that's where like when people come to a conclusion of like, oh, let's do this, then no one wants to be the one that's left behind or the outcast or anything like that. So that's why like even if they truly know that it's bad, they're still going with it because this is my pack, this is my group.
This is so detrimental to your future.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like what's it called, the one fear among our youth is identity and belonging, man.
Being alone.
Being alone and all that. So that person probably in their heart really wants Like they really want to tell their friends, don't do it. But then, just knowing the fact that they might get, cut out from the group and stuff like that.
One of my favorite quotes. So if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. And like, I think that's something that we'll have to understand, because at the end of the day, like we all said, we're all in this together, yeah? So if you want to go far, we're all going to jump on board together, you know what I mean? So this is why we run business together. This is why we're there for each other when we're trying to, you know, when we're trying to succeed in life, you know what I mean? And then, but I feel like a lot of those people are kind of selfish because they just want to go fast. Right? They just jump on board, okay, this is what I want to do.
There's a lot of people that are trying to go fast and doing it together like, the wrong way.
And that's the thing.
They go fast the wrong way and they don't think about everyone else, right? Because look what they did has a bad image on everybody else. And let's talk about what this bad image can lead to, right? For some of us, like that want to get a job and actually want to do well, is that we might not be able to get jobs. When we go to an interview, you know what I mean? The employer might be like, oh snap, you know, this is another black person or whatever it is. We don't know what's going through their mind, but that's just the negative image that it has on us already.
I've got an announcement to make. So I said, hey, man's the rapper has got a performance. We ran over time. So if you see in the next clip that this yellow Australian jersey isn't in the back row, it's because it's performing. So yeah, kill it one time.
You'll do your thing. I will pull up after this.
From my happy nephew. I've got probably one final question there, and that's probably the one that everyone's asking as well, which is how. So how do we, like what's the way to overcome this, you know, for lack of other words, what's the way to get through this, or what do you need to implement, what do we need to implement?
Try to find what they're looking for in these crimes, kind of thing. Like what they're missing that's causing them to do these kind of crime. Like if it's boredom, like find something that they could do in their spare time to cover up.
So I was actually speaking to my mentor about this, and he was like asking me, like, you know, what do you got planned for the rest of the year and all that type of stuff. So I told him about all the events that we're planning to do and how to like help out our community and just trying to push us forward. And then, and also all the other stuff we've done with other people to try to like get them back on course to just come back into the norm of society. And then he spoke to me and he's just like it's good that you guys are trying to do that, but it's a bit empty. It's empty because we can't really relate to these kids as much. It's kind of like when the elders try to come and tell us to do something, they don't really understand us. So now, even though we're the same age as these people that are doing the things, like all of us here are good. We have no records. We don't do anything bad. Nothing influences us to do something bad. So he says, like, maybe even bring in people that have gone down that pathway but have turned around, and then now they can actually be able to connect to these people in a deeper level and also explain to them this is how you turn it around. Because for us, we really can't tell them how you can turn it around.
In terms of the light that was portrayed by the media or how it's perceived by other people, I was like, we can't, right now, it's probably not even a matter of how can we address this issue directly. So how can we try to change these youth or whatever. And I said, what we should probably even focus on doing right now is bettering ourselves and spreading that instead, rather than being the people that are, you know, I also read something once that you shouldn't be the type of a person that is a thermostat. So you know what a thermostat is? Sorry, that's a thermometer. You know what a thermometer is? Yeah. It changes according to the temperature and things like that. You should be that thermostat, the person that actually changes the environment of a room, the person that changes the environment of a clip, the person that changes the environment of a situation that you're in, right? If we are people that are focusing on bettering ourselves, people that are focusing on spreading light, showing the goodness and the richness of Africa, such a rich nation, such a talented people, then if that's what we're spreading without other people, try and counter these things with that. A lot of other people see, oh, I'm trying to jump on what these guys are doing. They get recognition for good things. I'm going to jump on that. Rather than being like, you know, there's nothing else happening. It's not like anyone's doing anything good. Ben, I may as well do this, what these cool people are doing. Let me get some money on the side. You know? Like, that's what I feel like it's hard to try and directly do this because a lot of people try to come together, collaborate, police with you know, older people and things like it's not working. It's not working. It's empty. It's as you said, it's empty. You know, it doesn't hold the people with the connection and things like that. If we can't get that people with connection, let's focus on doing what we know what to do, which is, you know, bettering ourselves, and let's spread that.
But also starts with your siblings too, like educating them, because they're after these kids as well. If you can't go out and try to change the world when your brother, when your brother's doing something you're trying to change them.
Exactly.
It doesn't work out.
A lot of turning the eye and turning, you know, I've learned that to things as well. I think we're seeing
So
too.
once you like start with your siblings kind of thing, they'll start talking to their friends too. Like it's like a fire effect. Like it'll spread and
Ooh, fire effect. I like that. Yeah.
like it will spread, and just I don't know how I'm going to
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, but what do you call? Quick shout out to Joseph Dang and Peter Ball. Like they just broke.
Not the athletes,
Yeah, choose the athletes, right?
Oh, cousins, yeah.
Hey, shout out to all the accomplishments, like representing South Sudanese on Australia at the highest level. They're elite athletes, you know. But Joseph Dang,
49-year record.
yeah, 50-year record. That's crazy.
On your mind.
Hey, but in my prime, I would have beat you, bro. But nah, what do you call it? So they were actually like on a morning talk show.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and Peter Ball actually addressed it. He said like, what the best thing to do right now is just to always highlight all these great accomplishments that South Sudanese or Africans in general are doing, so that it counters all the negatives. So because at the moment, a lot of people from different areas, they've never actually interacted with any Africans, and if the only thing they're seeing is just Africans doing bad and nothing good at all, then hey, that's how the world controls people.
Pastor speaks to you about life, you know, through the biblical book written by the 12 apostles and many more. You see, Jesus is already setting an example. You know. Jesus is already setting an example.
Oh, what a preacher on today.
Honestly.
We're going to church tonight.
Hallelujah! Hey, so nobody.
He hasn't been church in years.
Hallelujah.
Honestly, just seek help, speak out, because if you don't speak out, it also leads to other things such as mental illness, depression, anxiety. It gets deeper. You know, it gets deeper and it gets like honestly, like what this guy said, it smells like a wildfire. Honestly, you know, you start pushing away.
So what do you want to spread? You want to spread the good or the bad?
Literally, you see, it gets even deeper to a series of health issues.
I think like the way to go about it, number one is like to find your purpose, man. Because like last time we just talked about Bible study, and like everyone got an assignment, right? We all got a purpose. So what you need to do first is you need to take a step back and you need to find out what your assignment is, right? God gave all of us an assignment, right? And we need to, our job is to find it, you know? And then when you find your assignment and you know how to go on about it, you find your purpose, that's when you can that's when all the wisdom and everything comes to you, right? This is where obviously, you know, you leave all the bad stuff and you're gonna be approaching everything the right way, you know? But again, it all comes down to that.
Basically, it's a multifaceted issue. It's not that we've been shying away from this, it's just the fact that we didn't want to add fuel to this fire that is growing. Like, we don't want to jump into the, you know, the bandwagon of what we're constantly being dragged by the media and adding our own little 2 cents into this. But like, the fact is, like, it's something that's big now, something that's deep, something that if people aren't taking actions now, we, you know, as you're saying, like, it can spread. But for real, you know, we weren't able to obviously say everything that I'm sure we all have on our minds. It's such a deep thing. It's so deep because, as we're saying, now we're stemming into the fact of identity. We're stemming into the fact of knowing your purpose. So we started off talking about crimes and violence, you know, but now we can see it's a deeper issue.
It's a deeper topic.
So as you said, y'all might have to catch that in the future.
Stay tuned for
and,
coming soon.
And what's it called? Like, despite everything that's happening right now, man, like we made this episode because we honestly love our people, man. And we're doing this episode to help those who are like, what's it called? They don't know their path right now. Because honestly, man, it hurts seeing like our own people doing these type of things because we see the potential that, like, what's it called? That all these kids are carrying. Like, you guys all have this amazing potential to do something great. Because honestly, man, we gotta do good when opportunities are presented to us.
Alright. Awesome. I think that's it. I'm gonna say the quote one more time. Hey, can we say it together?
No, the quote doesn't.
That's nothing.
Can't just do it, man.
There's no relevance. Like, come on, man.
So
No relevance at all.
It's done.
Hey,
But
BlokeChat. Shout out to mans like Emmanuel right here, man.
Hey, bro, you killed it.
But the words, the
Hey, we out.
You want to say, bro?
Not much really. Just stay safe.
Hey, one question for you, yeah? How does it feel to be on BlokeChat?
Damn. should have been here since day one.
That's why nigga right here, bro.
What's his Instagram?
Mr. Lloyd.
ETH?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the one.
It's gonna be right here. Somewhere. Yeah. That's us.
And we have another beautiful episode.
Icy potential, yeah. Icy potential, yeah. Icy potential, yeah. Icy potential. First time I looked at you, girl, you shook a nigga with a passion. Yeah, you were the one with the glasses. Yeah, took me back to the classes. Yeah, usually I don't say this stuff, but you, girl, you got my heart beating fast for no reason. Only thing I'm thinking about daily, girl, you know my body feeling no seasons. You got a G stuttering, we could have been friends. Speaking about we cut the patience, choosing the rental, fucking white Benz. You the geek of the romance into my ends. Girl, you were fighting for. You got my brain going dinosaurs. I'ma take you to designer stores.